special force. The same special force that has been killing our people in the house. The same special force that we have explained to you how they sugar. The same special force that Kubo was displaying the one that Shitimas are being used today. I want you to understand today. Tinubu, Shetima, APC, and the ruling party or the particular government is responsible for the killing in Biafra land. I'm going to prove it to you today. That you people, I want you people to understand today. I am making it very important for the very first time. Tinubu, Shetima, APC, and the ruling party or the particular government is responsible for the killing in Biafra land. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Tinubu, Shetima, APC government are responsible for the killings. Now, you see the cap here. This cap here is special force. The same special force that has been killing our people in the house.
Biafra is non-negotiable.
Special force that we have explained to you.
People have spoken, the world must listen. By Eddie Dem.
Was displaying one today. I want you to understand today. Tinubu, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Today is 20th day of August 2024, and I'm here speaking to you from my base. I want to inform every one of you because it has become very imperative as we approach December convention in Finland. You must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the legitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we will find how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, that's the military barracks. You are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate how this particular war will be fought. We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the legitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years of battle for the legitimacy of the Biafra government. It is not something that happened in one day. It is not something that happened immediately after our declaration on 2nd of December. But 2nd of December of a very long battle, which we are going to show our determination with our actions and inactions. So, my fellow Biafrans, what I'm here to tell you this afternoon is for you to understand that after the declaration in December 2nd, 2024, the battle begins. And we are not going to stop. If it is going to take us 20 years to fight Nigeria differently than what we did in 1770, also 23 years for Taliban to America. We're into 40 years. Since 1967 to 2024, Nigeria continued to fight us. The only thing is that we have not fought Nigeria until now. And in this fight, we are still defending ourselves. So 2nd of December will mark the beginning of the Biafra liberation. Do not expect something or any magic to happen. We will make the magic to happen. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Honorable Tutors, please check. The sound is not coming out again. Maybe you play the next video. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Play the next one.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe the problem is from that video that you're trying to play.
Okay.
To become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra,
can you hear this
your
one?
dream is dead.
Yes.
December 2nd, we are going to make history. This December 2nd is sacrosanct in the history of Biafra, as we are going to fulfill our destiny on that very day. The heaven and the earth will stand still to witness the occasion. The sun will bear witness, and the enemies will tremble before us as the world behold the emergence of the United States of Biafra on international stage. For decades, Biafra have stood firm, fearless, resilient, and unwavering against Nigeria terrorism and oppressors. Today, we on the brinks of the new era. We are ready to claim and reclaim our destiny and officially restore Biafra as an independent nation. This isn't just the combination of joy, it's fulfillment of a dream that our ancestors and heroes set in motion long time ago. It wasn't that to become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafrans, December 2nd, we are going to make history. This December 2nd is sacrosanct in the history of Biafra, as we are going to fulfill our destiny on that very day. The heaven and the earth will stand still to witness the occasion. The sun will bear witness, and enemies will tremble before us as the world behold the emergence of the United States of Biafra on international stage. For decades, Biafra have stood firm, fearless, resilient, and unwavering against Nigeria terrorism and oppressors. Today, we, on the bricks of the new era, we are ready to claim and reclaim our destiny and officially restore Biafra as an independent nation. This isn't just the combination of joy, it is fulfillment of a dream that our ancestors and heroes set in motion long time ago. Talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. You know, is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country? It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey, they were 19% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Ali Jan. He's a Persian, he's an Iranian. It's called that's excellent in Islam. So I know that it will take them 1,000 years to Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually, they don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, or this Gen Z will come, they will still Islamize this country. In Turkey, today's Turkey. What stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now. Because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to specifically, if it's strongly about an ideology, a religious pattern, I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by decisions, regional autonomy, where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart and you can do whatever you want in your, that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together or people should mind their religion and stay where they are. Practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam and I don't want to talk blasphemy. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. You know, is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country? It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's not. Today's Turkey, they were 19% before. Today, it's an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Ali Jan. He's a Persian, he's an Iranian. It's called Islam. So I know that it takes 1,000 years to Islamize Nigeria. So we take it slowly, gradually, they don't forget. All will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, this Gen Z will come, they will still Islamize this country. What stops you? Why? Take steps now. Because when we talk about these things, our generation in 50 years will not fall. So I'm thinking that some part of the country, I don't know specifically, is strongly about an ideology, a religious pattern. I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by decision of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves. Or at worst, let the country actually go apart and you can do whatever you want in your that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together or People should mind their religion, stay where they are, practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam and I don't want to talk black. Those who are asking, did you say Biafra will come to 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic Government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy. We launched Biafra Air Force. We launched the forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023, we have created 40 states of Biafra. And believe me, many more states will come because we are not done yet. In 2023, not only that we created states, we also brought a redesign and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography of Biafra. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigerian states in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigerian terrorist army, and we are neutralizing them on daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and conflict. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned, and those wars I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra. In 2023, we have kicked off the Biafra Urban Development Project. In 2023, we will make a lot of impact globally. In 2023, the Biafra awareness gained the highest momentum in the history of Biafra since after the war. In 2023, we made the Nigeria terrorist army to cry on the floor of National Assembly. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. In 2023, those who are serving as the agent of Nigeria, benefiting from the corrupt entity called Nigeria, openly called for persecution, execution, and the kidnapping and arrest of Simon Ekpa because they know that this is a different thing from what they have seen in their entire life. In 2023, they call for the arrest of Simon Ekpa and call for the release of Mazin African. Confusion. In 2023, after they have used many years to plan the kidnap of Mazin Africano, they have come to say Mazin Africano is a saint. He's a very gentleman. He's a nice person. But just 2 years ago, they kidnapped this nice person from Kenya. 2 years ago, they tortured him for 8 days. 2 years ago, he was an evil man. 2 years ago, they called him terrorist. 2 years ago, he was everything evil to them. 2 years ago, they spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They kidnapped him and put him into private jet from Kenya to Nigeria. 2 years ago, Mazin Africano was everything evil to Nigeria, including to Haneze people and all of them. 2 years ago, he was the only problem of Nigeria. 2 years ago, he was the only person that constituted all manner of insecurity in Nigeria. He was the one who is more deadlier than Boko Haram. It was everything that Nigeria don't want to see today. As Simon Ekpa take the Biafra liberation to the next level, the same people are now calling Mazin Africano the most sensible person. These are hypocrites. These are devilish people. These are criminals. That only thing they want to do is to give dog a bad name in order to kill it. they have given back that name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They themselves were the one who condemned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same people today, they have seen that, yes, indeed, someone actually followed this footstep of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ready to drag all of them to Biafra land. So like I remember when we get to Biafra land, we will treat their fuck up very well. Today, the same people who gave the bad name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to be kidnapped. They slandered his name, blackmailed him to other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. All of them today has come to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very sensible. Now it is Simon Ekpa is the problem. These people who are just evil from birth refuse to understand why Simon Ekpa have decided to take this thing upon himself to liberate the people of Biafra who have been subjugated and chained with Islamic State agenda. They found themselves in the hole. They found thoughts in a sense because they thought that they have actually systematically conquered everybody by dividing, creating states, dividing us, changing the demography and map of the people. And at the end of the day, they structured out 5 tiny states, called it 5 eastern states. And they say, let us continue to divide them. And now they tell you, oh, you are talking about Biafra. You are just 5 states in the second. We have come to destroy their evil agenda. Today, you will understand that the plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete states, cut across board, including in the area where they claim they were never been. I have come to learn from what Biafra did wrong in 1967 to 1970. I have come to learn what Wazirike did wrong from the time he started the Biafra movement, and I have come to learn what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did right and was in the process of doing before the plan and kidnapped him. I continue from there, and today we are where we are. They are not resting. Those IPOB Nigeria are not resting as well. Every given opportunity, they think that there is infight in the Biafra government. They will say, oh, their hope now is that they are fighting. And they will not be that there is infight in the Biafra government. That is to tell you that, like we said, they are cost. They are cost. And they can never rise again. The government in exile is a government that nobody born of a woman marching on this planet, using your foot to walk on the ground, will ever destroy. Biafra has been restored in 2023. We have a government, we have the structure of the government of Biafra, we have every department that made Biafra government a legitimate government. The people of Biafra are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the homeland. We have governors, state administrators in all the 40 states of Biafra. We have deputy governors, which is called administrators. We have the secretary of state of each state in Biafra land. We have the chairman and managers of county and district. If you do not understand that with this structure we have now, one day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. It means that you are an idiot. I told you that by the time I finish with Nigeria, you will sleep in Nigeria one day and wake up in Biafra. The next phase is to set up the police of Biafra. The reason why we have not set up the police is because it is going to be state police. Every state will have their police. Every state will be independent. It is going to be local police, and there is no interference from the central government of Biafra. The military is a joint military, one military that will protect the territorial integrity of Biafra. When one state is attacked, it means that you have attacked all of us. So my people, for those who are asking when are you going to declare Biafra, we have already declared Biafra. We are only waiting for us to conclude the last phase of the Biafra government. And one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra. Like I said, then we must capture every cranny of the Biafra territory. One part. I want you to understand today, and I'm making it very open on my side. Typical Shetima, APC, and the ruling party or the particular government is responsible for the killing in Biafra land. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Shetima, APC government is responsible for the killing. Now, you see the camp here. This camp here is special force. The same special force that has been killing our people in the house. The same special force that we have explained to you how they kill people in Sudan. The same special force that has an football was displaying one today. I want you to understand today, I am making it very open for the very first time. Tinubu, Shetima, APC, and the ruling party or the particular government is responsible for the killing in Biafra land. And I'm going to prove it to you today.
God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, oh, hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious heroes. What they fight, Savior, always, all hail Biafra. Your star shines everywhere. We brave humanity. Our guide and protect us all. Shielding us from
A minute silence for our fallen heroes and heroines. The time starts
Imagine
now.
being able to build just by thinking about it. The Base 44, a complete.
May the spirit of our fallen heroes, past and present, continue to fight for us, continue to defend our land until Biafra is restored. Ise, Ise, Ise. Wow, Biafrans, welcome to this space that is organized by our information minister. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh my God. Can anybody hear me? Hello? Okay. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, Freedom for All. So welcome to this space that is being hosted by our information minister. Yeah, welcome Obi Chicago, Madam Key, Tottiville. Welcome Queen, Senior Citizen Ben, Mama Betty, welcome. Biafra Freedom, Freedom for All. Oge Igodomigodo, Cyprian, welcome. Storm, welcome. I hope you are not on the Iroko tree. Storm, we missed you. Jack, welcome. Biafra Lyson, welcome. That should be Onyenyere one, if I've not mistaken. Simon Ekpa, welcome. Finland President, welcome. Samuel, welcome. Hey, Minister, okay, welcome. I can see your eyes with the eyeglass. Odinawa, Mystic, Nwa Biafra, Minister Love, welcome. Chuku, welcome. Gechi, welcome. Vincent, Simon Ekpa, Daniel, Freedom, I, welcome. Ekosken, welcome. William, Uchenna, Efco, welcome. Ego Igwe, King Efion, Ogini, Ekomdo, Emedio, No, Emeka, Ekomdo, Blessed, Success, Simon Ekpa, Victor, Dr. Richie, all of you, Ekomdo, Emedio, No, Biafra, or nothing, welcome. Odum, I don't know. Eldon, welcome. Sylvia Blue, welcome. Bridget, welcome. Rose White, Obiageli, Dubisi, welcome. Stanley, welcome. Blessings, welcome. Choma, welcome. And those that are in the anonymous section, we say welcome. Welcome to Briggy Space. Please do us that favor and share the space. Share, share, share. Sharing of space is free of charge. Welcome to Briggy Space, hosted by our indomitable information minister. All right. So we welcome our Onyendu, we welcome our PM, we welcome our APM, we welcome all the cabinet members, we welcome our BDF, we know that in the battlefield, we welcome international listeners, we welcome everyone that has come to Briggy Space this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And we want to also remind you of our town hall meeting. Yes, so our Ludo State Town Hall meeting is today. I hope we are putting ourselves together to go and support our Ludo. Yeah, there is a topic there. Simon Ekpa, a global Biafra freedom fighter, versus IPOP Nigeria, a political party. This is the topic that was put together by our information minister. This is what he wants us to talk about. He will join us very soon. So I'm just holding on for him. Yeah, so in the objective of today, we are going to draw a clear, undeniable line between the authentic and effective global movement led by our Prime Minister, Odogo, our Prime Minister, the Ikwafang of Itayana, our Prime Minister, the incomparable one, Simon Ekpa, and the compromised faction known as IPOB Nigeria. We want to distinguish between them because they are not the same. They are not the same people, so we cannot mix them together. So that is the objective of today's space. Yeah, so I hope everybody is clear. So welcome, 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 because today we will cut through this confusion that most people are still having out there. We will remove the veil today. In every liberation struggle, there always come a point where the path have to split. Yes, it has to split, and it is still splitting until we reach home. Yeah, so one road will lead to freedom, and the other road will always lead people back to bondage. Okay, and now you can see that on one side we have our Prime Minister, yes, so who is a global freedom fighter, and I know what he has done for us. And then on the other hand, we have this entity called IPOB Nigeria, which is a political party who has abandoned the fight for freedom and now sabotage it from within, and even also have branches which they placed in a brigging. But as I said, there will come a time that all this group will have to keep on splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting until we reach our promised land. Yeah, so that is what the IPOP Nigeria has done. So our mission today is to make the difference so clear that no Biafra can never be confused again, except we just want to be confused. As Jesus said in the Bible, those of us that are Christian, that all the people that God the Father gave to him, none has been lost except the one that was destined to be lost. So if you were destined to be lost, we cannot help you, because by now, how many years, you should really know who is fighting for your freedom. So except you were destined to be lost, after today's space, I don't think you can be lost again. So welcome to Briggy Space, the only place you can get verified information, the only space you can be educated so that you never remain the same. Yes, so because your liberation depends on who you follow. Yes, if you want to get your freedom, it depends on who you follow, who you listen to, and stop jumping from pillar to pole. The only place that you can listen to and the only group or government that you can listen to is Briggy. As I said, they will keep on splitting. Now they have splitted and they have left us the authentic government that was a structure by our PM, Obong Mazi Ikwafang, Obatobie of Biafra land. That is where we are. And if you want your freedom, then you have to follow Briggy. You know, I want to know, are you here for freedom or for negotiation? Yes, so if you are for freedom, can you just raise up your hand in the, use the emoji? Raise up your hand if you are here for freedom or if you are here for negotiation so that we know before we continue. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you are for freedom, can I see your hand raised up? Use any of the emoji. Thank you, Chuku. Chuku said he is here for freedom. He's not here for negotiation. Thank you so much. Thank you, freedom for all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've seen your hand, Minister Love. Thank you. Yes, so thank you. We are here for freedom. That is why we had to suspend every other thing we were doing and come to the temple of worship. And that temple is no other temple than the Briggy temple. Thank you so much. So I just want to, talk about this international struggle. Our PM, the global freedom fighter. I just want to, just touch, how he has internationalized this struggle that we are today. Our PM has strategically moved the battle from the street of Biafra to the hall of global power. This is a new dimension our Onyendu was talking about that our PM is bringing. So this is not avoidance, it is escalation. Our PM understands that without international pressure, Nigeria will never yield. So our PM isn't just making noise, he is building a case. He's filing petitions here and there, and we can see it showcased in our APM. He has picked up from where our PM stopped, and he's doing it amazingly great. Our APM is engaging lobbyists in the Washington, D.C., and we know who our lobbyists are. You see, and they have, briefed our US lawmakers. We know the event that is coming up on the 18th. It has never happened before. This is because of our PM that has internationalized our struggle. We have reached the level we've never reached before. Our PM, yes, I'm using PM because this is the subject for today's space. When I say PM, I'm talking also about our APM because he is doing exactly the same thing our PM would have done. Yes, so our PM has forced the world to see what Nigeria tries to hide. Yeah, they've been hiding this genocide for so many years, but because of the government of our PM, the world is beginning to see Nigeria for who they are. And if you go to the news headline today, you will see that they have withdrawn, US have withdrawn 46% of goods from Nigeria they don't want. And the ambassador of US to Nigeria has already said that the environment is not secure for them to do business in Nigeria. This is the work of our Briggy. This is the work of our PM. Yes, so because everybody in the Washington, D.C. now know who Nigeria is. This is how modern nations are born, through diplomatic pressure and a legal recognition, not just a protest of carrying flag, waving flag, as IPOB Nigeria has been doing for so many years. And then if we look at the structural approach, which is the Briggy, our PM led the Biafra Republic government in exile. This is very critical. A government in exile is the recognized prosecutor to a sovereign state. It has the structure. We can see we have so many ministers. Yes, so the next one now, once we are recognized, we begin to have ambassadors. So we are no more a protest group. This is what our PM has done. Briggy is not a social club. It is a future government operating right now, giving us instruction, leading us to where we are supposed to be. We can see with time, we will see. Let me just use example, like we have this Ministry of Information that is there to counter every form of propaganda, is there to give us updates on time. We have our defense in the homeland. We have our de facto government. These are the structures that our PM has put on ground. So this is the structure of a nation, not a movement. Our PM is building the plane we are, while we are flying it. He has built it and we are flying it. You see? So, and it cannot stop. And this is the more reason we used to say, continue to form, because this plane has taken off. It cannot stop anywhere. You see, our PM has also brought what we call uncompromising stance. Our PM refusal to negotiate Biafra sovereignty is his greatest strength. We saw it in the court. Our PM said it is either Biafra nor Biafra. And he said our freedom is non-negotiable. You see, our freedom is non-negotiable. Our freedom is our right, not just a topic for debate with our oppressor. This is what our PM has done. You see, so you do not negotiate your birthright. Our PM has taught us this. We cannot negotiate our birthright because our PM understand that Nigerian history is broken promises. You see, I mentioned yesterday, from the Aburi Accord till today, his stance is no referendum, no discussion. This principled position is what makes him a leader, not a politician. Yes, this is who our PM is, and he has made sure that we are successful in everything that we have done, in every structure that he puts in place for us. And if you look at the other parts that we call IPOB Nigeria, I don't know, our information minister, when you are back and you want the mic, please, you just call my name, okay? just just call my name when you are back. All right, thank you so much. I told you we have factions, our PM, and then what we all know as IPOB Nigeria, which I call them the saboteur political party. Yes, so they derailed immediately. Our Onyendu was kidnapped, because the original IPOB under our Onyendu was a liberation movement. After he was kidnapped from Kenya to Nigeria, a faction lost that direction completely. Without its leader, it became vulnerable to infiltration and compromise. That is what happened to them. So the capture of our leader was a calculated move to, to bring confusion to us. And it worked on some people that are so vulnerable. Some people that did not even believe in what Onyendu was doing. You see? So this faction abandoned the core demand for a referendum and started acting like a Nigerian opposition party, talking about dialogue, talking about political solution, talking about negotiation. You see, they brought out so many things. The very trap designed to waste our time and energy is what they were talking. Those were their vocabulary since Onyendu was kidnapped. You see, they worked against Biafra interests. You see the way they are going, totally different from what our PM did. They have been working against our Biafra interests. We saw the other day when our information minister displayed the video when they went to Finland to drop a petition against our PM. We even heard in that program that they did, Onyendu's Chinchin was there. She spoke to them, supporting what they were doing. This is the same thing the husband was doing. So now all of them have gathered under the canopy of the terrorist Nigerian government, because a true liberation movement always boycott the system of its oppressor. But in their own case, it's not. So by not outrightly rejecting Nigerians' election, which we saw they were canvassing, Ifeanyi Uba that died was he picked it up, and is a boy Ikenga Oragu, who is still fighting till today. And we heard Kebu that he wants to be local government chairman. That is why he has brought terrorists to our land to kill our people, just to make sure they give him that position, because nobody can vote him. They will give it to him, if at all they will give to him. So these people outrightly, they did not reject Nigeria election. They were expressing willingness to engage with the Nigerian government. So this faction What they did was to legitimize the very system that is killing us. While we are saying no election, they said no, they want election. So how can you claim to fight for a new nation while participating in the politics of the prison? Yeah, why would they do that? So their actions create this confusion and, keep on dividing our people. They are effectively telling the world that Biafra is an internal Nigerian issue. But guess what? Today, the story has changed. Yeah, the story has changed. And that kind of a concept is what Abuja exactly wants to hear, which is a lie. But we have a government today that is starting its own exposition from the seat where lawmakers are, from the seat where congressmen and women are. Is starting there to naked them, say this is what Nigeria is all about, if you did not know. And I'm so glad that even the ambassador of the US to Nigeria is also speaking the same language with Brigitte today, calling a spade, that there is so much insecurity that is scaring away American investors from Nigeria. These people have sabotaged the movement. The most damaging act is their constant public criticism of our PM, Simon Ekpa. All of us that followed our PM from 2020, we've seen what they did. Is it in picture? So many things that they have done. They fought our PM tooth and nail. And it's not only our PM, what of our BDF? They have been fighting our BDF, they have been fighting our APM, they are still fighting till today, even when our APM have stood in the gap. They are still fighting, they are not relenting their fight. They fought to the extent that they implanted saboteurs in Brigitte, who disguised themselves as professors, as doctors, as madmen, as madwomen. They came there taking the front seat. Little did we know that there are proceeds from IPOP Nigeria. You see? So this provides talking point for the Nigerian government and media, who use their statement to paint the entire freedom struggle as divided and extremist. Because if your family member, can call you dirty, then what do you expect outsiders to do? That is what they did. So when they condemn our PM, they are not just criticizing a man. They are, they are now like ammunition to the enemy. Yes, in fact, that is the right word. Ammunition to the enemy. Nigerian gutter media, they quickly quote them to show disunity. And even what that faceless Emma in Ghana will write, they will pick it up from there. This is a great sabotage that these people did. They helped Nigeria's propaganda war. That is what they did. You see, if you now go down at wait, my boss, when you are back, you let me know. All right. So this is what these people did, and we now look at what we call the Nigerian. Why this division exists is what Nigeria wants to happen that is happening, because it is not just an accident. It is a classic strategy, of counter-insurgency, divide and rule. This is what Nigeria wants. Nigeria cannot defeat us militarily. So, it sows this discord to make us defeat ourselves. It sows this discord to make us fight. That is what has been happening, especially since we came back from a redeclaration in December 2nd. This is what has been going on. Faction upon faction upon faction upon faction. Now there is another speculation out there that our PM they told him to pay fine. Such thing never happened. What are they trying to do? They still want to split again. They still want to split us again. These are all remnants from IPOP Nigeria. Because Nigerian security agencies actively fund these people. They fund them. They promote this division voice within this liberation movement. They find willing individuals and they amplify their messages. They look for these beggars like Ajay Redem. They look for those that are so vulnerable that hunger have trapped them, and they will see white and call black, and then call black white. This is what they have done. So they use them to create these parallel structures that dilute the main struggle. You see? So their goal is to keep us arguing among ourselves, fighting among ourselves, quarreling among ourselves, while they continue to loot our resources and kill our people. So IPOB Nigeria is a project, not a movement. It is a project for the Nigerian government. That is what they are doing. So they are using IPOB. You see, so it is a political win. The choice is now clear. You must choose to follow Briggy. If you are here and you have been confused all this while, hey, you must make a U-turn right now before it is too late for you. You must, reject and expose this IPOB Nigeria Limited. Do not follow them. They will send you to your early grave. You have to expose everything that they are doing. You have to support our APM and amplify the good thing he is doing. Amplify the achievement Briggy is doing. That should be your task right now. You have seen it very, very clear. Who is going to Washington, D.C.? Who made this event to come true, which will take place next week, 18? It is the structure of our PM amplified by our APM. That's it. If our PM did not lay down this structure, we will not be where we are today. But immediately this katakata came in, he gave us a working document, which is our charter. That was what saved us. We immediately opened our charter and said, no, this is against our laws. And all of us came together, the sensible ones, we stood our ground till today, and said, no, this is what our PM gave to us. This is our Bible. If you want to tell us, close our eyes, we go there. We'll try and open small eyes and then read what the charter says and come and tell you, no, you have derailed. So we have to boycott every form of election completely. One of the clips that the information minister told me to play before we started the program was, do not take part in any election in Nigeria. Have nothing to do with Nigeria election. It is a system designed to enslave us. Do not go. Fund our freedom. The Biafra Defense Forces, they are the only legitimate protectors of our land. So support them. Links have been shared there. Use the link and pay your money and support our freedom. Nobody is coming to fund our freedom for us. Nobody. I was discussing yesterday during the Twitter space. You see what European nation did or European Union did. They have given the Nigerian terrorist government 15 million euros on the grounds of helping those that have been displaced, helping those that are in IDP camp. And they never mentioned Biafra territory. They mentioned the northern state, 5 northern states. Sokoto was there. I think Kebbi was there. Benue State was there. So right now they have forgotten about us. They have made the world see that, oh, that there is nothing going on in Biafra land. Meanwhile, they are killing our people, burning down our houses, raping our people. But that man or woman, they will rape you and put stick in your workshop. That is what they do. Now, Nigeria have devised another means to collect money to fund terrorism in disguise of help to those that have been displaced. 15 million euros. That is what the European Union have done. So if you are waiting for them to support our freedom, you will wait till eternity. So it is time now to stand with Biafra freedom. Yes. And the thing we need now is a Gemma and a J. We will not be divided. We will not be fooled anymore. The road to our freedom is paved with clarity. Our Prime Minister has shown us that road. So it is time to walk it together. Please, my people. Okay, my minister. Thank you. Welcome back. You can have the mic. Yeah, you can have the mic, sir.
Thank you, yeah, tutors, for holding the ground, and thank you for your opening submission. That is well inclined. I salute our leaders that have existed before us, and I salute the heroes that have sacrificed before us, the heroes that are still sacrificing as we speak, those in the homeland in the battlefield, and those in the prison detention. And all of you here are also heroes. And those of you that don't show your faces in the media or what we do, but you contribute immensely from the back door. We salute all of you. Yes, today is a great day, and we cannot start our day without remembering those that have sacrificed greatly. Our supreme leader is in detention now. Our prime minister is in detention now. They are not in detention for their personal affairs. No, they are in detention for Biafra. That is why they have brought Biafra to a global stage. That is why Simon Ekpa is our BRGI Prime Minister, who is in prison detention now. And with his awareness and the height he has attended for Biafra cause, he has taken Biafra cause to a global stage. And while he is in detention, and while our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was also kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian terrorist government and deported forcefully against his will down to Nigeria, while he is there in detention in a confined space, the legacies and the footprints that they all created is what we are marching on, is what we are setting our footprint into. Yes, Honorable Titos made a very good opening remarks that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa set the footprint, and we are amplifying on it now. Yes, if he was not there, if he was on the fence when our Supreme Leader was kidnapped in Kenya, there wouldn't have been a Simon Ekpa today who has taken Biafra to a global stage. There wouldn't have been a footprint created by a Simon Ekpa, which the APM today will amplify on it and make it a reality. There wouldn't have been the Biafra Defense Forces, whose sole objective is to defend motherland and to remove all the occupational terrorists for us to get the full restoration of Biafra. Because immediately our supreme leader was kidnapped, this IPOB political party wing, they swung into actions with the Nigerian terrorist governors, senators, ministers, presidency, religious leaders, and all whatnot. So they started talking about amnesty. They started talking about uh, Biafran freedom fighters becoming uh, refugees and becoming ex-convicts, coming back to them to collect money and joining political party and destroy the movement for Biafra independence. So these people have caused series of havoc and destruction to the cause of Biafra independence. We are not surprised when we saw them play the vital role in the detention of our prime minister in Finland. You all saw the viral video. They gathered in Lati in 2023, and what they gathered there to do was stage a protest against BRGIE government. And then the message that they all encapsulated in their letters and whatever they did, they sent it to the mayors and the presidency and the court of Finland. And they said, Finland should stop our prime minister because they don't want Biafra independence. They said our prime minister is fighting for Biafra independence, and they happens to be IPOB Nigeria political party wing. And their mandate is to see that Nigeria continue to remain as one. This is not different from Honorable Fulani's mandate. When you listen to the video that I played in the broadcast I did, where she gathered people in is it Kwara State, and they call it the NCWSC. The people that she gathered there when they were protesting and talking, They were educating people and talking and saying what they are working for is to see the unity of one Nigeria, to see that Nigeria remains as one, to see that we don't bring up issues of diversity, issues of Yoruba nation, issues of Biafra nation, issues of Arewa nation, but rather to make sure Nigeria remain as one. So that is another splinter group of the IPOB Nigeria, which has come out as a disguise. I want everyone to understand one thing here, that since 2012, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put his leg into the independence of Biafra restoration, there has been moles around him in the group that claimed to also be part and parcel of what he was doing. And it got to a point that he would be compiling series of pages of petitions to the UN, to the EU, to the International Criminal Court, in Europe and in America. Yesterday, I played a video in the fundraising where you heard him say, "We have submitted series of pages of petitions to a UN. We have submitted to UN. We have submitted to ICC. We have submitted here, submitted there, submitted there." And he said, when we finish submitting, they ignore it because of what? They now come back to amplify the massacre on us. So that means there are people working as most inside out, whereby as you finish, go to one place to make efforts to table the issue of Biafra. There is another enemy group who also claims to be with you, coming to come and counter what you're doing. That is what IPOB Nigeria political party has been. They could gather in Finland, they travel all over the world. They came down to Finland to protest and carry placard and say BRGI is a scam. The placards are there, the photos are there, the videos are there. They did all this in 2023. They sang praises to themselves for doing that. All they wanted is to make sure they stop the Biafra Republic government in exile because they see the vision, the leadership, the template that BRGI came with under our prime minister. He's the one that you cannot beat. So Nigeria had to do what? To recruit all of them, to put them all to work. You could not see them make so much move, protest in like manner for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Did you see? Have you seen IPOB Nigeria did the kind of global movement that they did to all gather in Finland to stop the independence of Biafra by telling Finland government to detain our prime minister and stop him from getting Biafra independence? Did you see them make such global movements to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Did you see them travel all the way down to Brussels? Did you see them travel all the way to the Hague to go and protest and petition the Hague that Nigerian terrorist government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya and that it is international crime? Did you see them mobilize such ways and manners and got down to the UK to go and do such protests to show and to make it known that Nigeria did a global mistake? No. Such protest was only done immediately when PM Oyendo was kidnapped. And after they did it just once, since then, they stopped. They later realized that it is an opportunity for them to become Oga. They saw it as an opportunity for them to make money. So they resorted into aligning with Nigerian terrorist government to do all this. This BRGI, the way it has been structured by our PM, is such that when you come out from the back door to come and destroy, you will destroy yourself first. That is why Honorable Fulani and her groups who came out from the back door to go and create a counter group to call it government of Honorable Fulani, The sole aim of that government or that group that she created was not to get Biafra. It is to come and destroy, to come and counter the template that was put in place by BM. They want to create a parallel system whereby APM is going to have meeting with the chairman of the House of Foreign Affairs in the U.S. Congress of America. Then when he finish having the meeting, when he walk out, you will now see your Abu Fulani group going to go and say, oh, we are the real government in exile, or we are the second group of government in exile. Emma and Shoma will now go and say, oh, we are the real government in exile. We are a third group of government in exile. Then you now turn everything to a caricature. Then the US congressmen and women will now be looking you with one eye. They will ask you, are you people really serious for the independence of Biafra? But you know what? We have created a system in the US Congress now and in the US Department of Justice whereby you cannot wake up to come and claim that you are BRGIA, to come and destroy what we are doing. Yes. So all of you go collect come there. And the come comes with very big kowoko. Martin Amdekano was kidnapped. And then IPOB political wing was told, allow Simon Ekpa to take the stage on Radio Biafra so that when he speaks to the Biafran people, when he speaks, the world will also listen. Because the world already knew where the voice of our supreme leader was coming out from. The voice was coming out from Radio Biafra. Nigerian terrorist government knew whenever they heard that our supreme leader is coming online, they will be running into the toilet. Some of them want to listen from the wardrobe. Some of them will go to the backyard to listen so that their families will not hear that they are listening to Mazinam Nikano's broadcast. Because they are like quaking. What is he going to say? The next thing that he's going to say, is he going to destroy Aso Rock or destroy the National Assembly? Is he going to expose our next line of actions? That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, give Simon Ekpa a stage on Radio Biafra to talk through there. It's not because he wanted Simon to go and take over Radio Biafra, no, or to be in control, no, because that was where the voice of Biafra freedom was coming out from. That is why you hear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu always tell you, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is authentic. That is the Radio Biafra where he ordained and was speaking from, but not the Radio Biafra that you have today, which has been contaminated by IPOB Nigeria political party. Did they allow our Prime Minister to do it? No, they did not allow, because they knew that when he comes in, this vision that he has to bring Biafra to a global stage within 3 years, that it will cut their stomach infrastructure, it will cut their earnings of criminality in IPOB. It will stop their channels of collecting money from Nigeria to stop Biafra independence. I want everyone to ask IPOB political party group. You have been shouting Biafra since 2012. You shout Biafra 2012. You got down to 2015, 2016, 2017. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and was detained and was almost massacred. Over 50 people were massacred in his house on that day when they came to massacre him. How many years has been that counting? Then when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was weeks away from his house in 2017, you people all buried Biafra. you turned it to a political party. You started supporting elections of one Nigeria because you had no hope, you had no visions. So many of you thought that he was dead and buried. The day you now saw him appear on Israeli television, you were all surprised. Oh, is this man still alive? He came back to awaken the subconsciousness of many of you again. And then he continued again from where he stopped because when he was detained, you all went to toilets and you slept inside toilet and you left yourselves there. You could not come out from toilet. Until when he came back from Israel, that was when all of you now started again to realize that Biafra is still alive. These are clueless, these are dormant, these are people that have no visionary uh, 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 gestures. People that have no leadership qualities that can take us from step A to step B. So, in the absence of Onyendu, you cannot do anything, right? You all disappeared. And in the absence of our prime minister, many of you now decide to go and sit on the fence. You cannot do anything. Hey! So, if there was no APM, okay, in Kerry, in BRGI, in America to protect the registration document of BRG because that is where these internal enemies actually went to. They wanted to destroy the registration document, which happens to stand as the only legal entity for Biafra independence. So when you saw them went to bring the registration document to the media, Adazayon and Co, and Emma and Choma, the sole aim is to see that they destroy that template, everything that Prime Minister has worked for, every meeting and engagement that the APM has been having with the senators in America, they will now scrap everything out. When they scrap that registration out of the system, everybody will go and start from square zero. We'll now go and start looking for a different registration to come and start with. How many of you understand that the registration that we had since 2022 for BRGIA, that it is what has given us the power to the declaration that we did. It is what has given us the power to the referendum that we conducted. It is what has extracted every other document and every other template that we encapsulated to make the Biafra independence. So when you go to that registration and destroy the registration, that means everything that we generated with that name and code of conduct of that registration document, everything will be null and void. The independence declaration, or the ratification of result, the referendum, or everything will be null and void because the registration that carried it is now non-existent. This is what these people wanted to do, so that we will now go and start afresh. But the God of Biafra has shamed all of you because we have Mr. No Nonsense APM, who is the Punisher. When he give you kum, you will land in your toilet. So, Mazadam Dekano brought about all these idiots that call themselves IPOB Nigeria Political Party. Since 2012 to 2021, the only thing that they could offer for Biafra people is betrayal. They betrayed Mazadam Dekano in 2015, 16, and 17. They betrayed him again in 2021. Can you imagine that a leader of the Biafran people is kidnapped in Kenya since on the 18th? Since on the 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. They all knew about it and they kept it inside. They went to go and look for somebody to use our Supreme Leader's Twitter account to be twisting and posting and talking and posting something on his account from on the 18th or 19th down to 28th. Immediately now that they saw that he was blindfolded and chained down to Nigeria in a viral video that came out from Mama Oleshowore, that was when they stopped tweeting with his Twitter account on the 28th of June. Are these the people that came for independence? No. They came as a Nigeria political party. So, IPOB Nigeria political party, what have you people achieved and what have you offered to the Biafran people since 2012? The only thing you have offered is sabotage of the Biafran independent cause. And your main target was to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People did it in 2022, 2015, 16, and 17. Then you decided to finish it in 2021 so that it will be no more. What did you people achieve? I want somebody to calculate and tell us from 2012 down to 2021, how many years is that? Please, someone should calculate and let us know. From 2012 to 2021, how many years? How many years is that? Someone should calculate and let us know, please. 2012 to 2021. That is how many years? 2012 to 2021. That is how many years? Hey, hey. So all these wasted years has been for nothing. Wasted years for nothing. 2012 to 2021. Nothing to show for. You only carry the biggest and the longest flag to do protests and be shouting IPOB, one family, IPOB, one family, IPOB, one family, IPOB, one family. Cut your head there, nonsense people, because you shout one family and you're putting all the lives of Biafrans in danger. Later, you go and collect money from Nigerian terrorist government, and then you end up luring Biafrans into their early graves. How could you be so visionless from 2021 down from 2012 to 2021? How many years is that? 2012 to 2021. That's about 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. But yet, nothing to show for. Nothing to show as a streamline to what? The Biafra independence. The only thing people can show is sabotage and betrayal and the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu twice. Twice. Tried to eliminate him in 2017. It did not work. You don't try again in 2021 to see whether he can be to eliminated totally. When did you see Simon Ekpa? You saw Simon Ekpa in 2019. He became very active to take over the mantle as a leader in 2021 after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Now calculate for me. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. How many years is that? It's just a pace of 3 years. Just a pace of 3 years. In 3 years. Oh my God. Honorable tutors, are you there? Please, if you are not there or if you're having network issues, I will bring you down and bring you up again. I want you to replay what the PM has achieved for Biafrans in 3 years. Just in 3 years again for them. In 3 years, oh, while you have people that have been around for 10 years, they could not achieve anything meaningful. The only thing that they achieved was what? Was to see how to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to see how to destroy the Biafra independence, to go to the kidnap. Honorable Tutors, come back to request for the mic because network was bad on you, so I brought you down from the co-host. Request for the mic so that you can replay what our Prime Minister gave as a template just within 3 years. And what he enumerated here was in 2023, end of the year, uh, recount of the achievement of Biafra. He has not even included what we have achieved in 2024. So let's say this was in 2 years. Just in 2 years was what he enumerated here. So please, you can play it again for them to hear the achievement of Biafra.
Asking, did you see Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023,
Hold on. Pause. Tutors, pause. So, tutors, be close to your mic. In 2023, we formed government in exile. Please, I want everybody to ask IPO political party. You people have existed since 2012. Yeah, since 2012, you people have existed. Did you form any government in exile to move Biafra to the independence stage? IPOB Political Party of Nigeria, did you form a government in exile to move Biafra into independence stage? That is one. What is the next point? Play.
We have launched Biafra Liberation Army in 2023. We launched Biafra Navy. We launched Biafra Air Force. We launched the forces of Biafra.
Okay,
In
pause.
2023,
Pause. Yes. Same in 2023, when we gathered in Helsinki Declaration, we saw Biafran people unveiled from the homeland the Biafra Defense Forces, where you now have Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force, Biafra Army, and all the forces of Biafra. We are asking IPOB Nigeria, you people have existed since 2012 down to 2021 because your existence vanished into fire in 2021 after you all kidnapped Martin Nnamdi Kanu and handed him over to Nigeria. Where is the army that you people formed? Where is the defense forces that you people formed? Is it not because of Eastern Security Network that Martin Nnamdi Kanu formed? Because of the massacre and the yearnings of the Biafran people on a daily basis. This was supposed to have been unveiled since 2015. This was the reason why you people played a vital role for him to be kidnapped in 2015 and detained. And they wanted to kill him. When he came back, he still saw the need for the security network. 2018, you people suppressed him, you did not allow him. 2019, you people did not allow him. 2020, he said enough is enough. He broke out of you people, and some of you were shocked. Some of you were shocked. You were surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yet you did not know how it came about. Yes, because when he gave you people the mandate, you worked to sabotage it. So he now decided to now keep. That is why somebody asked a question and say, Mazi, he said there are people that you need and you're asking for 100 men. And then he said, from all the DOS that have been working with him since 2012 to this day, he has not found any of them worthy of these 100 men. Because your sabotages. Your sabotages. So when he now unveiled the ESN, he kept some of you in the dark. He worked with external forces out of the OS until all of you saw the ESN in a surprise. That is why many of you are not happy with him. Because You sabotaged the unveiling of ESN several times. And then when he cracked the nut, many of you got angry with him. Many of you got angry with him. It is because of the ESN that was unveiled that you people have even collected money from Nigerian government. Yes, many of you DOS members, you have collected money from Nigerian government, assuring them that it can never work, that people will not allow it to come out. When Oyendu surprisingly did it, all of you were surprised. While he was even talking, some of you were muting him from the transmission while he was broadcasting. You people will switch off the transmission from some platforms. You can switch off YouTube, or switch off Facebook, and then allow this one to go. Later, I put the other one back up. Later, you say it is scrambling. It is because of the ESN that is set up. You people decided to kidnap him and hand him over to Nigeria because he has done something remarkable. That was the beginning of ending the terrorist invasion in Biafra land. That is why you people still work so hard to use the people in the community of Ikonso to kill Ikonso. Yes, you use people, pay the people money, then you now sabotage Ikonso. A man that is 1 in a million to defend his motherland. When you kill Samson, when you kill Joshua, when you kill a David, who will you call into the battlefield when the days of battle arrives? When the Fulani terrorists invade your communities? Can you show me any Fulani terrorists that Agune Chamber group have massacred for coming to massacre your women and children? Can you show me any of the terrorists that Operation Udokachi has brought down? Can you show me any of the Islamic jihadist terrorists that the vigilante terrorist groups that you people form and give them uniform and call them special forces? Can you show me any Fulani terrorists that you people have neutralized? Cannot see anyone. So IPOB Nigeria political party, where is the army that you people formed since 2012 to show that you will use it to harness the Biafra independence? The ESN and Masinam Nekano form, you people decided to kidnap him and hand him over to Nigeria. A tutors play on, please. Tutors, your mic is muted. Oh.
Of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote.
Okay. Pause. In 2023, this is another achievement of BRGI, a global awareness convention, Biafra Helsinki Declaration, where everybody came together in Finland. We are asking IPOB Nigeria political party, have you people had such milestone? What have you done to bring Biafra to the global war? See, Finland understood what the Biafra Helsinki Declaration meant. Nigeria government also understood what the Biafra Helsinki Declaration meant. When you listen to the journalist speaking, they said, yes, in 2023, they had a conference in Finland where they elected ministers and they all gathered and they made a global historic event. Uh-huh. We've heard them saying it, and they call it Biafra Republic Government in Exile. So Simon Ekpa claims to be their prime minister. That is how they put it in their reportage, because they must always find a way to bastardize anything that they hear that is coming as Biafra. So if the Nigerian zoo journalists are going with this mindset, and then IPOB Nigeria political party are going with same, what is the disparity between the Nigeria zoo media journalists and the IPOB Nigeria political wing? I salute all Biafrans. We will continue this program later on. For now, we have to go to Aludo town hall meeting. Honorable Betty, please prepare the studio and give us the link. We salute all Biafrans. And I want us all to be checking the media. Anywhere you see that some idiot have gathered to jeopardize the good work of BRGI, the sacrifices of our PM and our APM and BDF, please give them cum. Yes, give them cum because they deserve cum. 18th of September is another historic event in Washington, D.C. IPOB Nigeria are peeing in their panties, and Nigerian government are peeing in their panties. All the splinter groups that have created themselves out of ego, jealousy, envy, backstabbing, and hatred against Okechukwu Nkere, against Sonny Agbarawa, against Elias, against Atone Dabere, against PM Simon Ekpa, against the BDF under General Igwe Butuso, against the BRGI and the Independence Restoration of Biafra, which they themselves all claimed that they believe in. They are all ashamed of themselves now. They are all ashamed of themselves that such historic event will come and they cannot be part of it. Do you know what it means for you to have meeting with the Speaker of America? The Speaker of America is the number third man in America. After the president speaks, the vice president speaks, the next person to speak is the Speaker. That is like the Senate president of Nigeria, who happens to be the head of the lawmaking, where decisions are being made. That is where Biafra matters have been discussed. And on the 18th, every Biafran that will be opportune to be in the congressional hearing will be having the first ever opportunity to sit down on the same table, in the same room, and in the same atmosphere with the lawmakers of America, the senators and the reps, and you will be there to be shaking hands with them and to be dialoguing about Biafra. This is opportunity that our eternal leader had looked for in 1967 to 70s. This is the opportunity that every nation are looking for. This is opportunity that Ambazonia is looking for, Somaliland has looked for, Eritrea is looking for. Every country that is emerging, they are looking for such opportunity. When some of you saw Burkina Faso president having a handshake with Putin, this is exactly what is happening in the sphere of America with Biafra. When you know the calibers of the lawmakers of America, what it means, and not just meeting an individual outside the road or maybe in a beer parlor. No, you are meeting these men in a congressional hearing. You're meeting them in a congressional hearing where they are coming to sit down to discuss matters of Biafra. If you have any opportunity to fly from Europe, UK, Canada, Asia, do your best. So the time is not too far. Today is what? Today is 14. You still have 4 days to go. Mhm. We try to be there on the 17th night so that on the 18th you're good to go. And you also get your tag because everybody have a tag. Yesterday we showed a sample of the tag. That tag, when you finish, you go and laminate it and hang it on the wall of your house as a golden medal for you to have been in historic events of that kind, to be having discussions on Biafra and Nigeria with the U.S. congressmen and women. I salute all of you. We came on a short note and we go on a short note because we have to reconvene in the town hall meeting of Aludu. I salute all of you and I thank you all for your sacrifices. See you on the other end and thank you all for your sacrifices. And then go from here.